welcome back to my channel. Welcome to day 2 of VEDO, probably. So I thought that we would go through and I would pick out the books that are definitely leaving, and we would start with an unhaul. But then as I started thinking about it, I haven't unhauled books that I've read since before summer, which might not sound like a long time, but that's like June, July, August, and okay, so we're in the 4th month that I haven't unhauled books that I've read. So I've just kept whatever books I have been reading. And you're like, oh, 4 months, it's not that bad. But I am an active haul and unhauler. I actively unhaul every month. So 4 months is a very long time. I thought we would start this TBR to 0 by going through the red books that I have on my shelves. And I know what you're thinking, but your red books, you've already read them. They're here for a reason because, generally speaking, you liked them. That is mostly true. However, I'm a little attached to my books, and I don't want to just jump right in and crash all my books everywhere. So, baby steps. The first baby step is to go through the books that I've read, and I'm going to ask myself, am I ever going to reread it? And do I remember anything about it? Because if I specifically know this about some of my thrillers. If I don't remember a lot about it, I just remember that it was a fun thriller, should I really keep it? But then again, it could be like I was rereading it for the first time, because I don't remember a lot about it. But generally speaking, if I don't remember the details of a book, I'm terrible at remembering characters' names. But if I don't remember the details of the story, I'm not going to reread it. Typically. That's not always true, but it's kind of true. So, I think for this first video, we're going to just go through the nostalgia, go through all the books that I've read, and whatever books I'm unhauling from my red books, which would be here all the way to here. This entire shelf. Will be on Pingo Books. Are we ready? Yeah, let's do it. So I kind of have a mess on the floor right now. Let's see, can you see it? You probably can. Because, why not? Yeah, you can. So, please ignore that. I was making binders for my kids. And I just left the sleeves there like a monster that I am, so I'm sorry. But don't look back. Okay, I'm going to keep it. Ooh. Now, the thing is that I loved both of these books. But am I really going to reread them? I don't know if I'm ever going to reread them, but they were so much fun. I enjoyed them a lot. I'm going to put them in a maybe pile. Oh, my Natalie D. Richards collection! Well, one was lost, was a gift, so I have to keep... I'm keeping them even though they're thrillers, and I know that twist in all of them. I like them. I'm going to keep them. This is a very bad idea. No exit. Now, should I keep books just for BookTube content? Well, I mean, it's not just for BookTube content, because I really do like this book. Okay, I'm gonna keep it, and I still haven't watched the Hulu adaptation. I've heard some really trashy things about that book, about the movie. I love this book, so I could read. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it for now. Oh man, I'm not doing good at this. Oh, okay, we got this. Here and Gone by Helen Beck. Absolutely love this thriller. It's a 5-star. I would wholeheartedly recommend this. However, it does involve a child. And essentially, okay, so you follow this woman named Audra who is leaving her husband. She's driving to California. And she says that the cop pulled her over because the trunk of her car was kind of like bending inward and kind of going down on the floor as she was driving, so it was like dangerous. And she's like, I'm just trying to get to the hotel up there, and then I'm going to fix it before we leave tomorrow. And the cop is like, what do you mean we? And she claims that there were kids in the back of her car, while the cop claims that there were just empty car seats, but no children, and that she was in the car alone. It's a very action-packed thriller, and you have no idea which person is telling the truth, Audra, the mother of the children, or this cop. Generally speaking, people seem to trust cops more than moms, or more than people in general. This was amazing. I loved it. I flew through it. 5 stars. Highly, highly recommend. But I have a problem reading books that involve children. Specifically thrillers in which the children get hurt, or like they could have potentially gotten kidnapped. And like, why would... Okay, so either the mom is telling the truth and the cop kidnapped her kids, but why would a cop want to kidnap her kids? What kind of purposes would that serve him? Or the cop is telling the truth and the kids weren't in the car, then what happened to her kids? So either way you think about it, something terrible happened to these children. And I have a hard time stomaching that. I don't know if it's because I'm a teacher, or if it's because I really want to be a mom, or what it is, but I absolutely adore this book. Highly, highly recommend it if you haven't picked it up. It will also be on my Pingo bookstore, which will be linked down below. But I just can't. I can't stomach it, so I want to give it to someone who will love it as much as I did, if not more. Okay, The Night Swim. I like that one. I like both Robin Harding. Okay, we got 2 more. So I read both of these this year, and I gave The Wife Upstairs 5 stars. I enjoyed it, but it is very predictable if you read the title, The Wife Upstairs. And Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. This one was a fun thriller where people are killed. Yeah, these two sisters get stranded on this island, and sinister things start happening. And the wife upstairs, I'm not going to tell you anything else. It's a Jane Eyre retelling. I gave Reckless Girls 4 stars, Wife Upstairs 5 stars, but I found them both to be very predictable, and I just don't think that Rachel Hawkins' writing is for me, because that was the problem with the XX for me as well. So I'm gonna sell these to someone who might like them more than me. So The Golden Couple by Gera Hendricks and Sarah Peckman, my favorite book by this author duo. Little Secrets and Things We Do in the Dark. Little Secrets by Jennifer Hillier. I recently read this, and again, it was a good book. I think I gave it 3 or 4 stars, but it involves a kidnapping, and I just can't. I don't. Nope. Can't do it. Alright. Pretty Little Wife by Darby Kane. This is one of my favorite thrillers of all time, so I'm keeping it. Duh. Miracle Creek. Ooh. That one was really good, so I'm going to keep that. The Chain. Now, hear me out. I know some of you are going to be like, but The Chain involves a kidnapping. Yes, it does. I'm still going to keep it. Then there's The Silent Patience. Uh-oh. We're at Riley Sager. I am of the unpopular opinion that Final Girls is amazing, so I'm going to keep that. Oh my gosh. This is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. Ooh. Okay. The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager is my favorite Riley Sager, so I'm going to keep it. Lock Every Door and Survive the Night. Ooh, Survive the Night. I did like Survive the Night. I'm the unpopular opinion there too. But will I ever reread it? I'm going to keep it for now. We might reassess later. But going through all the Riley Sager books that I have read, which is all of them, I have 2 that I am unhauling, and they're both Book of the Month editions. So there's Home Before Dark by Riley Sager and The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. The House Across the Lake was his newest thriller. It is complete garbage, and I say that very lovingly, Riley Sager. If you are watching this, I'm very sorry, but the whole plot of this is alcohol. Honestly, you threw every cliche into this thriller book and made it nonsense. Home Before Dark, I am very much the unpopular opinion here, but I didn't like the ending. I didn't like the ending, and that's the whole thing. Okay, well, The House Across the Lake. The thing about Home Before Dark is that I really hated the ending, but I loved the whole book up until the end. You know what? I'm holding on to this one too. Maybe I can read. No, I'm not going to keep it just for content. Silly. No, I didn't like this book. Specifically, I hated the ending. But before the ending, I was addicted. And I think I read this in one day. So I really, really did like it until the last 50 pages. Then it ruined it for me. Then we're gonna move on. I'm going to unhaul the Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James. This was like an okay book. My buddy read it with Heather earlier this year, and I really enjoyed the experience of Buddy reading it, but I felt like, so there's a part 1 and a part 2. I felt like the different parts, because they're different timelines, I felt one was very much stronger than the other one, and I didn't care. So what was going on today is that you follow like this journalist, as you usually do with Simone St. James books, and she's investigating something from the past, and then you get the chapters from the past, and the chapters from the past for me just weren't as strong as today's chapters, and I honestly just didn't care. Like, I think I ended up giving this a 4-star. It was still good. I just wanted more. So any of the books that I talked about here are going to go up for sale on Pango Books. Ooh, what about an author that I hate all of her books except for this one? No, I'm going to keep it. It's okay. Finley Donovan is killing it. The Party, yes. I'm going to keep those. Yes. Ooh. Okay. So, 10 by Gretchen McNeil follows these teenagers who go to this abandoned island. Like, there's this mansion on this island, and then they start dying one at a time. It was so much fun. I gave this 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. I'm not going to reread it, though. Like, it has such a special place in my heart, and I loved every second of it. Highly, highly recommend it. But that's not a good enough reason to keep a book just because you hold valuable memories and like you had a good time reading it. This was amazing. Highly recommend it. Love it. But no, I'm not gonna reread it, so that one can also go for sale. Along with, oh my gosh, this one hurts though. This one hurts. It's only 100 pages. 130. Okay, I'm saving it. I lied. I'm saving it. This one actually hurts a little because I was on a Coho kick. If you don't know who Coho is, it's Colleen Hoover. Coho. And I went through 4 of her books. I read through 4 of her books in like a week. Or less than a week, I think. She has a way of writing that is just almost perfect. Unfortunately, I did not like Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover, Coho. I did not love this because it romanticized cheating and just... So you follow Sydney, who is cheated on by her boyfriend, and her best friend are having an affair, and she finds out, she moves out, but she has nowhere to go, so she moves in with this neighbor. I did really like the representation of a deaf musician because I've never followed the main character who's deaf before, and that was just so nice. That was probably the only thing about this book that I liked, because she moves in with him and his roommates, and, you know, they kind of low-key start this romantic affair, but the only problem with that is that Ryder, I think his name is Ryder, Ridge, Ridge has a girlfriend, and things get very, very messy and very, very complicated, and I just don't like the fact that it seemed like in this instance cheating was being romanticized and like, oh, it's okay to cheat if so-and-so, and like, no. I just didn't agree with this one. I didn't like it. It didn't hit as well as the other 3 Colleen Hoover books that I read that week did, and for that reason, it's gotta go. So my little spoon, I'm not gonna get rid of it, but I got this for my husband. He doesn't use it because it's engraved and it says, let's have coffee together forever, and then it has a little coffee cup. So I kind of just use it for decorations on my bookshelf. Anyways, oh, and my little foxy. Not a fox, it's a husky. His name is Slush. Oh no. So, Part of Your World by Addie Hemensey. I love this book. Well, okay, I like this book. I think I give it 4 stars. But it is definitely my least favorite of Addie Hemensey's work, and I don't own any of the rest of them. So eventually I would like to own all of them, but do I want to own all of them, even the one that doesn't quite hit as hard as the other 3 do? Maybe, Kyle. Okay, let's see what else there is. We have a problem. These are part of the same series, A Sweet Mess and The Dating Dare by J.C. Lee. I don't like A Sweet Mess. I only like The Dating Dare, but it's the second in the series. But they are companion novels. I'm getting rid of A Sweet Mess. Makeup Breakup by Lily Menon. At the time when I read this, I really, really enjoyed it. I think I might have given it 5 stars. Thinking about it, it's probably a 4-star for me. But this is like hate to love, rivals, and it was cute. I enjoyed it when I first read it, but now I've read so many romances that it's probably like a 3 or 4-star for me, like I said. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. Never really gonna think about it or read it again. I got 3 more here. So all of these were 5 stars when I read them, but I haven't read these in years except for Speak. But it didn't hit as much as it did when I was a teen. So I just honestly feel that I've outgrown these books. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that I'm growing up. I'm an adult. And these were like vital to my youth. They helped me grow up, and they helped me see things and feel things that I probably wouldn't have without these books. So I'm gonna forever like love these books. A part of me is always going to want to say, no, we gotta keep them. But the truth is that I haven't even attempted to read any of them in a long time, so it's okay. There's The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Please don't like murder me because I'm getting rid of these. It's just I want to share these stories with someone else who might like them more than I do at this current time. If I Stay by Gail Forman, amazing book. Made me bawl my eyes out, along with The Fault in Our Stars. And Speak by Lori Howes Anderson. I actually recently reread this, and like I can see why young me loved this book, it's a good book. It's just, it doesn't sit the same as it used to. So, time to say goodbye. American Royals by Catherine McGee. So, I really enjoy this book. But I hate the second in the series, and this just feels unended for me. And I just know that it doesn't, the next book in the series goes a different way, and it's just, I don't need it. I'm done. I am not getting rid of this one, but I just wanted to show you all the little tabbies, and I don't tab books. So I was lucky enough to get Rescue by Michael Heath sent to me from the author, and I clearly loved this book. I read it in January of this year, and it just, it hurts. It hurts, but I'm keeping it. Like, next one is The Invisible Life of Addie Larue by V.E. Schwab. Now, here's the thing. I have read this. But I love this book. I gave it 5 stars. And it was such an amazing time, but am I ever going to reread it? Oh. I'm going to put this on my maybe pile. 3 Little Words by Ashley Rhodes Quarter. This is a nonfiction that I highly recommend. I read it over the summer, I think in August? August. I don't know. I recently read it. And it follows Ashley Rhodes Quarter's story of foster care and what it's really like in the foster care system. And it's so terrible. Like, terrible isn't even a big enough word. It made me cry so hard. And the fact that it's nonfiction, so it's true, just makes it that much worse. But I can't. I can't keep this book. I own it on audiobook anyway, and it was much better on audio than reading it, because some of the things that happen to these children is just nasty, just terrible, just, it angers me so bad. But it's what really happens in foster care, and that is just disgusting to me. Like, don't become a foster parent if you're not gonna take care of the children. If you're in it just for the money, do not get those kids need you, and you're just doing exactly, oh my god. I'm done. Obviously it still makes me emotional, clearly, but I can't handle it. And like I said, I own it on audio, so if I need to revisit this, yeah, I'm done. Boom. Empty. One whole shelf, 1.5. Well, it was only halfway. But I have a whole milk crate of books that I have read already, that I am ready to get rid of. I love purging my collection, and that's exactly what I feel like I'm doing. So thank you so much. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here.